welcome back to Triple G Sports Replays. We are going to continue the 1977 season. It is Metropolitan Field. The 0-2 Green Bay Packers are in town to take on the 1-1 Minnesota Vikings. We are at the start of the second quarter. Minnesota's ahead 7-0. We did see Robert Miller with a 1-yard touchdown run on a 4th down and goal to give the Vikings a lead. But Fred Cox has missed a 19-yard field goal. So that's where we stand. Vikings are on the Green Bay 10-yard line. It is 2nd and 1. And I think we're going to try an inside handoff. And my red die is my indicator. He says an indicator. But the if I need it. Right now, inside handoff 32 is to Foreman. 2nd and 1. The Packer defense, they're going to be neutral. And so Tarkington will take the snap. Hands off to Foreman. 55 is a 6. Minnesota's B ranked on offense. So we said 55. It's going to be a 16. That will be a 9-yard gain, and he will get down to the 1-yard line. 1st and goal for Minnesota on an inside handoff. All right, so it's 1st and goal. And on first downs, I use this dark red as an indicator to help me decide if it's pass or run. Try to go off the tendencies. So Minnesota, 1st and goal from the 1. 3 will be a pass. It's going to be a pass for Ahmad Rashad. We're going to do a short pass. First time he's been targeted in the game. Defense, well, from the 1-yard line, they're going to be playing looking for a run. Automatic. So Tarkington drops back, looks for Tarkington, or for a Rashad. 14's a 34, and that'll be a fumble number. That's going to be F32. So let's see, F32, 52, minus 11 yards and out of bounds. 5, 10, 11. And it goes out of bounds, so it's going to be 2nd down. The Vikings keep the ball, but now back on their own 12. We're going to give that, it was snapped over his head. Tarkington booted it, and it went out of bounds. Okay, so 2nd and goal. And let's see, what do we want to do? We'll try a short pass. No audible. Short pass intended for Sammy Johnson on the backfield. They're looking for pass, so the snap, Tarkington drops back. 43 is a 29, and they're going to drop him. That's going to be a loss of 4. And the Vikings keep going backwards. 2nd sack of the game for the Packers. Let's see who's going to get it. So 35, Ezra Johnson was in there as well. And he gets the full sack. So Johnson gets a sack and a 4-yard loss. And it's 3rd and 16. Or 3rd and goal from the 16. And I think Tarkington's going to go for it. They're going to try to go for the end zone. So he is going to throw a pass intended for 26. That'll be Sammy White. Defense, of course, looking for pass. So the Tarkington gets a snap, drops back. Sees 33, sees Sammy White crossing the middle, 44, that's a 4, that's a 22, that's a touchdown. Touchdown Vikings, 16-yard touchdown pass. Tarkington to Sammy White. And Minnesota's up 13-7. They had started that drive from their own 47. Time is at 13:30 here in the second quarter. So they went 53 yards in 3 minutes and 45 seconds for the touchdown. Red zone, twice in the red zone, 2 touchdowns and a missed field goal for the Vikings. And the extra point by Fred Cox. This was, I believe, his last season. He wasn't very accurate. 56 is a 27. And it's good, barely inside the upright. So here in the second quarter, Minnesota sees White, a 16 pass from Tarkington. Cox with the kick. And time left, 13:30 in the half. Minnesota's up by 14-0. All right, Cox will kick off. A 62 will be on a K on the P column. Is going to be a 21. That'll be 6409. 09 today is going to be Harrell. So Will Harrell will return it. We'll go off the K column. 45 is a 22. And that'll be a return of 18. Take him out to his own 19-yard line. And so the Packers will take over on their own 19. They have been struggling to move the ball. They've had 2 punts and an interception in the first quarter. Okay. So let's go and see what they're going to do here on first down. A 6 will be a run. They're going to hand it off to Barty Smith. They're going to go outside to Barty Smith. They're a C on the pass, B on the run. Minnesota with their defense, 41. They're going to be neutral. So the handoff from Dickey to Barty Smith, 52 is a 25. That is nowhere. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. We will try an inside handoff to Smith. Viking defense looking for pass. 35 is an 8, and that will be an inside handoff on an 8 will be a gain of 8, and so we're going to be 3rd and 2. And we will try a short pass. 44. It's going to be intended for the tight end, McGeorge. The Viking defense, 32. They are neutral. So pass from Tricky, drops back, sees McGeorge on a crossing pattern, just inside the linebackers. 15's a 6. And that's a gain of 14 yards, driven out of bounds. Green Bay with the first down. 14-yard pass to McGeorge, and they move the chains. That is only the second first down for the Packers. Minnesota's been dominating the offensive side of the ball. All right, 1st and 10. 6 will be a run. 21 is going to be a handoff to Barty Smith. They're going to go outside. The Minnesota Viking defense with a 53. They are looking for a pass, so they're going to catch them. Looking the wrong direction. Barty gets the handoff. 54 is a 35. That's a gain of 6, but there's a flag on the play. So first, what's the flag? 6 is 10. Illegal motion offense, 5 from line. First penalty of the day for the Packers. So it will be 1st and 15. And 3 is going to be a run. So we're going to try a run. 2, 26 will be Barty Smith inside. So the snap from Dickey gives it to Barty, going up the middle. 56 is a 24, gain of 4. So we're going to be 2nd and 11. They're going to try a medium pass. No audible. Pass will be intended for Askson, the backup tight end, 2nd string tight end. They're going to be in the C index though. So Dickey drops back. 63 is a 32. That's going to be an RP7. Rare place 7. 7 on RP7. Pass caught simultaneously by Dickinson and D11, who is Paul Krause. Downfield. Pass is complete. Offense gets possession. So a 23-yard catch. 10-23. First down for the Packers. Longest pass play of the game for Green Bay to 2nd string tight end. First down. And that was RP7, so I will not do that again the rest of the game. We'll just use the opposite quarter. So first down, Minnesota 37-yard line, Green Bay. A 6 is going to be a run. 22 is going to be to Barty Smith, so they're going to go inside handoff to Smith. The snap from Dickey, hands it off. 32 is a 25, and he will be stopped at the line, no gain. 2nd down. And we'll try another handoff. 45. This time we're going to hand it off to Simpson. Nate Simpson. Outside handoff. Minnesota looking for a pass with 2nd and 10. The snap to Dickey. Hands it to Simpson. 25 to 17. And that's a gain of 12. And that's a first down. 1st and 10 from the Minnesota 25. First rushing first down. And Green Bay, a 5 is a run. We're going to do a run to Barty Smith. So that'll be an inside handoff. The Minnesota defense, 23, they're looking for the run. The snap from Dickey, hands it to Smith. 56 is a 24. Oops. Inside handoff, 24. And that'll be a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. I'm going to try a short pass. So the pass will be intended, 55, will be intended for Torkelson out of the backfield. The Minnesota defense, 23, they were looking for the pass. So Dickey with the snap, drops back, sees Torkelson in the flat, throws it to him. 33 is a 4. And that will be 1st down plus 4. So that's going to be a gain of 12. 5, 10, 11, 12. 1st down Green Bay on the Minnesota 16. Gain of 12 to Torkelson out in the flat. And now what are they going to do? 2 is going to be a pass. Pass will be intended to Odom, the wide receiver. Actually, it's supposed to be O. Smith. He's playing. 44 will be McGeorge, the tight end. So, short pass to McGeorge. Minnesota defense looking for the run. They're going to catch him off guard. Dickey drops back. 52 is a 28. And the Vikings are going to get him in for a sack. 28 minus 8. 8-yard loss. Is it one of the purple people eaters? 56 will be James Duck White is in there on the sack. He's the rookie. And he's going to get half a sack, right? Yep, who gets the other half? 53 will be Doug Sutherland. So Duck White and Doug Sutherland in there for the sack. And it's going to be 2nd and 18. And they're going to have to try a short pass, I think. 64, they're going to try to toss it to Thompson, one of the backup wide receivers. Dickey drops back. 33 sees Thompson. That's a 4. It's going to be a gain of 10. And so we're 3rd and 8. 10-yard pass to Thompson. 2nd catch of the game for him. So it's 3rd and 8 from the 9. And what do we want to do? Minnesota's going to be looking for a pass, so let's do a handoff. See if we can catch them napping. Handoff, 61 to Harrell, going outside. And so to Willie Harrell, the snap. Dickey pitches it to Harrell off to the right. Oops. 45 is a 22. And there you got to push him out of bounds, 2-yard loss. So it's 4th down. And there's 2 for Harrell on the outside. And I think we are going to try to kick a field goal. So we're going to bring in Chester Markle. He will be kicking from The ball's on the 11, 28-yard field goal. And the snap, 56 is a 27. That don't sound very good. 27, no good. Missed it wide right. Kicker's not doing very well. So with 7:15 left in the half, Green Bay got the ball from their own 19. They went 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 yards to get a missed field goal. They had the ball 6 minutes, 15 seconds. Really good drive. All for naught. Minnesota's going to take over. 5, 10, 15 from the 28. With 7:15 left in the half. Okay, Minnesota, 1st and 10. With a 5 will be a run. We're going to go handoff 45 is to McClanahan. We're going to go outside to Brent McClanahan. First time he's touched the ball today. The defense is neutral. The snap from Tarkington gives to McClanahan. 63 is a 31. That's 5 yards, flag on the play. Okay, the penalty. 9E, 18. Offside defense, 5 from line. They will take the penalty. It's 1st and 5. Second penalty of the game for the Packers. So we got a 1st and 5, and I always treat this as a free play. So Minnesota's going to go for a medium pass to Stu Voigt, the tight end. Now we got to see what's the Packer defense looking for. 25. See, they are 36 against the pass. They were looking for the pass. So Tarkington's going to drop back. Looks for Voigt. 56 is a 20. Incomplete, just off the fingertips of the defender. Almost picked off. And it's 2nd and 5. And that's why I like to do that. Even if you have an incomplete pass, it's 2nd and 5. Okay, we're going to do a handoff. We're going to hand it off to Chuck Foreman. Defense for the Packers. 63, they're looking for a pass, so we're going to catch them looking the wrong way. So it's outside handoff to Foreman. 24 is a 22. That'll be a gain of 2. 3rd and 3. And I think we'll try another handoff to Foreman, going inside this time. The Green Bay defense, 35. They are neutral. So Tarkington gets a handoff. Foreman up the middle. 33 is a K. And 23 a K17. And that will be a gain of 4, and that's a 1st down. 11th 1st down for the Vikings here in the 1st half. All right. 1st and 10, Minnesota. Okay, 3 will be a pass. 45 is going to be a pass intended for McClanahan. So we're going to do a short pass to Brett McClanahan. The Packers defense looking for pass. Targeting drops back. 64 is a 9. That'll be a gain of 5. So McClanahan out of the flat. 2nd and 5. And we're going to do a handoff to Foreman. We're going to do an outside handoff to Chuck Foreman. Defense for the Packers. They were looking for pass. Snap to Tarkenton, pitches it to Foreman to the right. 12 is a 26, and they are going to stop him for no gain. 3rd and 5. And I think we're going to try inside handoff. And we're going to hand it off 36 to Foreman up the middle. See if we can catch them. They're looking for a pass. Right, 35. Yep. So Tarkin hands off to diving up the middle. 52 is a 27. That's a gain of 2. So it's going to be 4th and 3. They did not get the first down. And Neil Claybo will come out to punt. So Minnesota, 18 yards. 4 minutes left here. So they held the ball for 3:15. First punt of the day for Neil Claybo. The snap. 45 is an 8. And that's going to be 47. 10, 20, 30, 45, 6, 7. That's to the 7-yard line. That's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So for Claybo, 54-yard punt. Green Bay will take over on their own 20-yard line. 4 minutes left in the half. Still 14-0, Minnesota over Green Bay. All right, the Packers, 2, they're going to do a pass. They're going to throw a pass to Payne. We need to do a medium pass. We haven't thrown many of them yet. We need to even stats out. So they're going to try a medium pass to Payne. Minnesota defense was looking for run. So Lynn Dickey drops back. 32 is a 24. He throws it. That will be picked off. W64. So W64, 42. That's going to be 27 yards downfield. 10, 25, 6, 7. And intercepted 44 by Scott Studwell, the middle linebacker who is starting in the place of Matt Blair today. Matt Blair had an injury, didn't hardly play in this game. So they move Seaman to outside linebacker, put Studwell in at the middle. He gets the interception. And his return, 53 is going to be a 21. 5-yard return for Studwell. And Minnesota will take over on the Green Bay 42. And that will be second interception of the day for Dickey. So they don't go anywhere. First play, throws a pick. Second turnover of the day for Green Bay. And Minnesota will be taking over from the Green Bay 42 with 3 minutes 45 seconds left in the half. All right. Minnesota 5 will be a run, 31's to Foreman. So they're going to hand it off to Chuck Foreman. He's going to go outside. Green Bay defense is looking for the run. And let's see, 23 is a 28. That's a loss of 7. They were definitely keying on for 7-yard loss. And it's second down and long. They're going to try a short pass. Who are they going to go after? No audible. Short pass to Sammy White. And the snap to Tarkenton. Drops back. 63 will be a 31. 31. That's an RP7. We've already had that, so it's incomplete with a flag on the play. So what's the flag? 6H 19. Offside offense. 5 from line. And I think they're going to decline it. It'll be 3rd and long. And Minnesota's going to have to try for a medium pass. No audible. 51 is McClanahan. I normally don't let running backs do medium passes, but with McClanahan, he's got a split grade. Same way here with Foreman. The only time I let a running back do a medium pass reception is a split grade, and he's got a split grade. So we're going to let him have the medium pass thrown from Tarkenton to McClanahan. Of course, Green Bay's looking for the pass. Tarkenton drops back. 52 is a 27. He is going to scramble. Tarkenton's running. 62 is a 26, and he is going to get back to the line of scrimmage and stopped. No gain for Tarkenton. And so we're 4th down and long. They're going to have to punt. So I'm from the D. Defense is 49. We lost 7 yards. Actually, no, let's see here at 4:15, 2:15. A little housekeeping on my time. Minnesota had the ball for 2 minutes, lost 7 yards, and we are going to see a punt now from Neil Claybo. Punt from his own 49. The snap. 51 is a 6. And that's going to be down at the 8-yard line. 10, 20, 30, 41-yard punt for Claybo. Good punt, good coverage on the special teams. And so Green Bay is going to take over from their own 8 And there's 2 minutes, 15 seconds left here in the first half. Okay, what are we gonna do for play? 5 is a run, 41 is to Torkelson. I think we're gonna go inside handoff, try to get away from that end zone. The Vikings defense looking for pass. So the snap, hands off to Torkelson, 32 is a 26. That'll be a gain of 1. 2nd and 9, and that's a 2-minute warning. So 2nd and 1 from the 9. And let's try a short pass. Short pass intended for Barty Smith, coming out of the backfield. He's an A grade short receiver, so we can pull him up to the B grade now. So the snap, I think he drops back. 53 is a 12. And that'll be a gain of 5 to Barty out of the backfield. 3rd down, 3rd and 4. And we'll try an outside handoff. Minnesota looking for the run. Handoff's going to be, we're going to do inside handoff to Barty Smith. Minnesota looking for the run. And the snap from Dickey gives it to Smith. 64 is a 10. That'll be a gain of 3. 1, 2, 3, and they're stopped a yard short. 4th and 1. And Green Bay's going to have to punt. They get to their own 17. So a gain of 9. Minute left in the game. In comes Beverly to punt. Pretty good punter for the day. And the snap, 12 is a 14. And just I say he's a good punter. 33 yards. 10, 20, 33. And that's going to be returned by Moore from Minnesota. First game with the Vikings. 12P is a 26, and that'll be a gain of 1. So Minnesota is going to take over from the Green Bay 49 on a 1-yard return by Moore. So defense 49, there are 45 seconds left in the half. And we've had quite a few medium passes for the Vikings. They've kind of had their quota. I think we'll try a handoff and then we'll go for the end zone. So let's see. First down, 3 is a pass. So we're going to try a medium pass. 36 is intended for Foreman. He's a split grade. So we're going to try a medium pass to Chuck Foreman. It's first down. That's a tendency. What was the Green Bay defense looking for? 53, 36, 53. They were looking for a run. So Tarkenton will drop back. Foreman down the sideline. 15 is a 6. And he has caught, and he scampers 25 yards before he is stopped. First down, Minnesota calls a timeout. 12th first down for the Vikings, 25-yard catch and run by Chuck Foreman. 30 seconds left in the half. You would like to think we're in field goal territory, but this is 1977. You'd be talking 41-yard field goal, and there's no such thing as a guaranteed 40-yarder. And this is Chuck Cox's last season. He can't even hardly make. He missed a 19-yarder. So it's first down. Well, let's see what the tendency is. We got 2 timeouts left. Only got 1 play though. Medium pass, we're going to go for the end zone. So medium pass, 63 would be Stu Voigt, tight end. Defense for the Packers, 32, they're neutral. So Tarkenton drops back. See Stu Voigt. 46 is the 19 throws, incomplete. Second down. And boy, can Cox even make a 41-yard field goal? What are the odds? From the 24, he needs a 1, 3, 7, 17, 18, 19. There's a couple 19s in here. We'll try it. The odds are he is not gonna. Yeah, that's an ugly looking kick card. The odds are we're just killing time, but let's try it. So 41-yard attempt. Paul Krause used to be the holder. The snap, the kick. 36 is a 41 from good from 22. We're on the 24, just short. And time expires. Misses the 41-yarder, just needed 2 more yards. And that's the end of the half. With the score, Minnesota 14, Green Bay 0. Thanks for following along. If you like what you see, please hit like and subscribe. And I want to thank you for following along with Triple G Sports Replays.